All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the room, I would like to introduce my childhood friend, Andre Arnold, who is a part of the Liberated Village. How you doing, Andre?
I'm doing fabulous. Enjoying the festivities today and seeing all the scholars and leaders of programs come together and fellowship and get edified today by Dr. Frazier. So,
oh man, Dr. Frazier is in the house, y'all. Mm-hmm. He's in the house.
Yes, sir.
What was your aha moment when you saw the vision and the mission of the Liberated Village?
Well, you know, I've always been about collective. I've always been about loving Black and brown, embracing it, and always wanting to see us move in a positive direction, supporting each other. So this just aligns with my personal philosophy, and it feels good to see Ms. McGee and the county embrace this process and taking a chance to let us do us. And so I get excited about it because we have the power to make the change. You know, if anybody can make a change, it's Black and brown making changes with Black and brown to elevate Black and brown. So that's me.
All right, let's get into your program. What's the name of your program and what is the passion of your program?
Okay, so I'm part of a trilogy. So there is Faith Finance, which does entrepreneurship, and C-Town Connections does entrepreneurship, and I'm IT Community Connections, and I coordinate IT programs for Black and brown scholars.
Okay, so what happens on Saturday? Today is Saturday. Give us an inside snapshot. What happens inside the Tabor 100 building in Tukwila, Washington?
Well, they walk into a building that is run and coordinated by Black and brown folks, first and foremost, and then they're surrounded by folks in the community that are coming in doing business or running businesses. So it's about atmosphere. Now, when they get to where I am, it's signing in, you know, opening up those laptops, getting ready for some JavaScript or some HTML, some CSS, or they're getting ready to, we're getting ready to do a web development contest. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So then they get a great lunch, and then we pack it up and we talk about what we're going to do next week and, you know, move forward like that. So,
okay, now you guys also do something special with Zoom. What do you guys do with the kids during the Zoom to be a part of your program?
So now the other two programs are like 100% Zoom. I am Zooming once a month. And the reason why we do Zoom once a month is because there's always a big monthly meeting at Tabor 100 with all the Black and brown businesses in the community. So we do a Zoom where we are able to reach the kids while they're in their homes, and they can still get all the education and moving forward and support they need to continue to grow in the IT field.
What's behind the excitement of teaching kids about financial stability, saving your money, using your money, and working your money for business?
Well, that question gets personal to me because it's a historical thing. I mean, that's why we lost the Central District, because we didn't have access to that, but we didn't know how to play the game the way the game was being played. So now what we're doing is we're retooling the kids so the kids understand that finance and credit mean advancement and mean opportunities. And so that's why we are really focusing on giving them the skills to understand how to manage your money. What is credit? What is good credit? How to get good credit? How to maintain good credit? You know, so they can move forward as a collective. So I get excited about that. So yeah.
My partner Marquise Franklin wants to ask you a few questions.
Oh, well, all right.
So yeah, you said this is personal for you. Like,
yeah,
this is something that it's not just that a program. This is something personally you want to help your people with. Go ahead and explain that to us.
If you saw what happened to the Central District and you understand the different things that we had to combat to try to hold on to a little piece of the Central District that we have, and understanding, okay, we may not be able to get it back, but we can incentivize and educate our kids so that they can go in and they can afford to move back in the Central District if they want to, because one, they'll be a lot stronger than we were. They'll be a lot more educated than we were. They'll know the game better than we did. And then they'll be able to, have access, because it's really all about access. And so it is personal, because when I go back into my community and I look at my house and I go up the street and I look at Brian's house, and the people there are thinking that you really don't belong. Are you sure? I'm like, sure, I belong in this neighborhood. As a matter of fact, this was my house. As a matter of fact, I could tell you more about your house than you know. And so then they invite me in the house, like, oh, come on, see what we did. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go check out my old house.
Right.
So it's personal. I can't afford it right now because of the way that the economy is and inflation and all that, but one day I want my son to be able to go back into the Central District if he wants to and buy a house.
Yes.
Because it's history.
So we interviewed one of your scholars in your program, and man, we could tell the light bulb has went off as a leader, as a mentor. That's one of the moments that you're really searching for. So for you, when you see that a child that is in your program is understanding what you're teaching, how does that impact you?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you about a conversation I had last Saturday. So I picked up, her name is Soria, beautiful young lady and very smart. When she came into the program, her emphasis and focus was on art. Now her focus is on IT. So she has learned what IT can do for you. And we took the kids out to Microsoft on March the 15th. The Blacks at Microsoft sponsored a function out there, and they could actually see the Blacks that were at Microsoft and what they were doing, but also understanding that they had the capability to have a major income and a good life. And so when they start talking about, AI and minimum $400,000 a year, it was like, what? Like the light came on. I was like, oh, I could really do this. I could really have a good life. I'm like, absolutely, you could do that. So, so it made me smile because I could see the difference in a big way with her.
All right, what's coming up next for your programs?
So we have a web development contest between the scholars that are in the IT program. So the incentive is first place gets $1,000, second place gets $750, third place gets $500. But what they don't know, if those that didn't get first, second, and third, if they complete the assignment, they're still going to get $300. So everybody's going to get an incentive. So that's the thing. Then we're going to go into our summer boot camp, which is Python. And so that's applications and things of that nature. And then, though, we'll choose two to three of those students to mentor the new students coming in next year. And so we're excited about the whole leadership concept. So we're going to have a good time.
How do you keep the whole family involved in your program, the parents and the kids? How do you keep them active in your program?
Well, it's through communication. We communicate with the parents. We want their input on how they feel things are going for their scholars, their kids. We have activities, big bowling things where we'll bring the whole family out and we make it competitive. Then we have dinners and things of that nature. We come together and we celebrate the scholars and their accomplishments. So it's a family. It's really a village concept, and we get excited about that.
Okay, can you talk about, before we close out, I want to get this on tape. Can you talk about some of the people on your team? Because I think that's important.
So Elevate Scholars is really 3 programs as one, and that puts us together. So that's Devin Stubblefield for financial empowerment, Lee Garrett, who is doing an amazing job with the entrepreneurship program, Michaela McGee, she is our youth contact coordinator, family coordinator. We just hired on Cinnamon Wise, and she's working with Devin, giving him some more support. And then Jesse is our IT instructor. He's amazing. He's actually the director of IT at Highlight Community College. So we recruited him on there. And then we're going to be bringing some other folks in from Microsoft to do some things with us as well.
Okay, the parents and kids are listening. How do they get into the next session?
Well, you can go elevatescholars.com. You can go to the Village website and just look under. Everything is going to fall under faith finance. So if you go into faith finance, then you're going to be able to have access to the entrepreneurship, the financial empowerment, and then IT classes.
Thank you for your time, and we'll talk to you later on. God bless you, Andre.
All right. Thank you.